All right, let's talk about these two players. You know, Caicedo and Declan Rice. As you know, Chelsea will be playing against Arsenal this coming Sunday. So, and we'll know that this season, people have been comparing, football fans have been comparing these two players. Who is better? Who is better? Now, Chelsea fans feel like Caicedo is the better midfielder than Declan Rice. While Arsenal fans feel like Declan Rice is better than Caicedo. You know, this has been the debate between these two players. You know, Chelsea fans are feeling like Caicedo is the best midfielder in the Premier League, while Arsenal fans are feeling like Declan Rice is the best midfielder in the Premier League. Now, for me, these two players are not even playing in the same position because for me, first, I don't think they're even supposed to be comparing them like that. I feel like the reason why they are comparing them is because these two midfielders are the best midfielders for me now in the Premier League. Caicedo is the best midfielder for Chelsea. I feel like it's very, very important for Chelsea. Obviously, there's Enzo Fernandez, that's also a very good for Chelsea, but I feel like Caicedo is more important to Chelsea than Enzo. For Arsenal, it's the same thing. I feel like Declan Rice is the best midfielder for Arsenal, just as he's very, very important for Arsenal. But there's another midfielder in Arsenal, in Zubimendi, that is also very good midfielder. So if you see, the reason why probably they are comparing these two is because they are the two best midfielders for me in their various clubs. And they are the two best midfielders in the league at this moment in time. You know, so I feel like probably that's the reason why they are comparing these two midfielders. But maybe they're not supposed to be comparing them too much like that because they don't play, and the reason is because they don't play in the same position. Caicedo is the number 6 defensive midfielder. His job is to protect his defense. You know, break up play, interception, read the game, start the build up. You know, from the midfield, from the back. That's Caicedo's job. Why Declan Rice is a number 8, more of a box-to-box midfielder. He's that kind of player that you expect him to score goals, you expect him to create chances, you expect him to, arrive in the box, you expect him to, you know, in terms of what he's doing, creating chances. Um that's what Declan Rice is doing. That's his job. Obviously, as a box-to-box, sometimes you have to drop deep and help the defensive midfielder. Now, for Chelsea, the player that is playing that Declan Rice role is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is the one playing as a number 8 for Chelsea, box to box, creating opportunities, scoring goals, giving assists, creating chances. That's the same thing that Declan Rice is doing for Arsenal. That's what Enzo Fernandez is doing for Chelsea. So for me, if they want to compare, they're supposed to compare Declan Rice to Enzo Fernandez. Why for Arsenal, the number 6 for Arsenal is Zubimendi. So if they want to compare Caicedo, they're supposed to compare him with Zubimendi. But obviously, I feel like the reason why they're comparing Caicedo and Declan Rice is because they are the two best, in the league for me. Now, there's this statistics this season already for these two players in the Premier League. Now, for Caicedo have scored more goals this season than Declan Rice. Caicedo have scored 3 goals, while Declan Rice have scored 2 goals. Now, you don't forget, Caicedo is the defensive midfielder. His job is to protect the defense, while Declan Rice is box to box, more forward than Caicedo. Is going forward, on the pitch than Caicedo. Now, for assist, Caicedo have 1 assist this season in the Premier League, while Declan Rice have 3 assists in the Premier League. Now, I repeat, Caicedo, the reason why he has 1 for me is because he's deep. He's defensive midfielder, so he's deep, protecting the defense. Why Declan Rice is up the pitch, try to create chances for the attacking play. And we also know that Declan Rice, most of the time, he's the one playing set pieces for Arsenal in terms of corner kick. If the corner kick for Arsenal is at the left side, I think you will see him. He'll be the one to play the corner kick for Arsenal. While if it's at the right side, he obviously is Bukayo Saka. But most of the time, free kicks is him. So you will expect him to get more assists because of his set pieces play. And we'll know he's very good in set pieces. The way he delivered the ball inside the box, like he's so good in doing that. So I feel like that's the reason why he has more assists probably than Moses Caicedo. Now, ball recovery is Caicedo. Caicedo have 57 ball recovery, while Declan Rice have 52 ball recovery. It's the same thing again. The reason why I feel like the Caicedo have more was because he's playing as a DM. So you expect him to recover the ball more because of the position he's playing. His job is to protect the defense. So he will recover the ball for me more than Declan Rice. Passing accuracy is close between the two of them. Caicedo is 90.7 pass accuracy, while Declan Rice is 90.1 pass accuracy. So they are close there. Chances created, Caicedo have created less chances than Declan Rice. Caicedo have created 6, while Declan Rice have created 2. Again, the reason why Declan Rice has created more is because he's playing set pieces for Arsenal. That's the reason why he has created more, and it's because he's a number 8, it's not a number 6. So, especially because he's playing set pieces, corner kick, free kicks, he's playing. I mean, Caicedo doesn't play set pieces for Chelsea. Then, duel won, Caicedo have won more duel than Declan Rice. Caicedo have won 60% duel, 60 duel, while Declan Rice have won 45. So you see the reason, you see this thing. Caicedo, the position he's playing, probably that's the reason why he's high in terms of interception, in terms of the duel, in terms of recovering of the ball. That is for me because of the position he's playing. Why in terms of chances creation, is Declan Rice. So for me, if they want to compare these two players, I feel like it doesn't balance. Obviously, I understand because they are the two best, but I feel like it doesn't balance. Now, I feel like if they want to compare Declan Rice, they should be comparing with Enzo Fernandez. Now, in terms of if me, I want to compare these two players, I don't have the statistics for them. But if I want to compare these two players, I'm talking about Enzo Fernandez and Declan Rice. In terms of eye test, what I'm seeing them do, there are things that I feel like Declan Rice is good at more than Enzo Fernandez. In terms of driving with the ball, when you see the space, you're with the ball, you see the space, you drive into that space, driving with the ball. Just like what Declan Rice did against the Bayern Munich. If you watch the game against Bayern Munich in the second half, there is this ball, he took that ball, he drove with the ball straight to the Bayern Munich 18-yard box. Nearly he could have scored, but the Bayern Munich goalkeeper, Neuer, made a very good save there. Those are the kind of thing that I feel like Declan Rice is more better than Enzo. I think in terms of carrying the ball, I think he's better than Enzo. Enzo can drive with the ball, but not as Declan Rice. I feel like Declan Rice can do that better. He has the pace, he has the energy than Enzo. In terms of energy as well, tackling, helping the defense, I feel like Declan Rice he can do that better than Enzo Fernandez. I feel like energy, in terms of the energy, I think Declan Rice have that energy than Enzo Fernandez. These are the things, in terms of covering spaces, covering grounds, these are the things that I think, in terms of if I'm watching games, eye test, like I said, I don't have the statistics, but eye test, these are the things that I feel like Declan Rice is better than Enzo. But for me, what I think Enzo is better than Declan Rice is, for me, I feel like Enzo Fernandez is a better passer than Declan Rice. For me, I think Enzo Fernandez can pass the ball better than Declan Rice. For me, Enzo Fernandez is a better passer than even Moises Caicedo. I think he can pass the ball better than Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez, in terms of chances creation, now for Enzo Fernandez, I don't have the statistics in terms of how many chances he has created this season, but I think he will be up there. Caicedo, Declan Rice have created 21% in terms of chances he has created, or rather, he has created 21, in terms of chances that he has created this season. I don't know exactly. I'll check. I don't know exactly how many chances that Enzo Fernandez has created, but I feel like Enzo will be up there, if not better. To be frank, I feel like Enzo will be up there, if not better, than Declan Rice in terms of chances creation. Like I said, I feel like he's a better passer. I think he passed the ball better than Declan Rice. Now, another thing that I think Enzo Fernandez does better than Declan Rice is arriving late in the box. That's what he's very good at. If you watch most of the goals that he scores, you will see him arrive. Even the last goal that, the last game Chelsea played in the Premier League against Wolves, you saw him arrive late in the box where he scored. That's what he does better for me than Declan Rice. I think he's that kind of player that he can arrive late inside the 18-yard box for goals better than Declan Rice. So the two of them are different in some ways, but yeah, if they want to compare, these are the two players they are supposed to be comparing in terms of the position that they're playing. Now, for Zubimendi is the one playing as a number 6 for Arsenal. Now, Zubimendi, I think he has been very good for Arsenal. Very, very good. I think he's a very, very good footballer. But I feel like Caicedo is a better number six than him all round. You know, Zubimendi is very good in terms of starting the build up. He's very, very good. He's that kind of midfielder. I think he's a very good passer as well. In terms of tackling, reading the game, he's good. But I feel like Caicedo all round is better than him in terms of whatever Zubimendi is doing as a DM. Caicedo is for me better, than Zubimendi. That's why you will see most of the time, sometimes if Arsenal are not with the ball, you see Declan Rice, coming back to help Zubimendi to defend. But for Chelsea, most of the I'm not saying Enzo Fernandez doesn't return to help Caicedo in the defense, but most of the time you see this most of the time Caicedo is the one doing that single, is the one playing as a single six. He's doing it alone. Zubimendi, I feel like Declan Rice is really helping him as well to defend. I don't think he has that energy, just like I said, though, in terms of covering spaces, covering ground. He doesn't have it for me. In terms of eye test, now again, don't have the statistics for Zubimendi and Caicedo. But I'm just saying this in terms of what I'm watching, what I'm seeing while I'm watching the game. In terms of eye test, I think Caicedo first is a better number six. He have the energy more, than to cover ground, to cover space than Zubimendi. So you see that for Arsenal, their defensive midfielder doesn't have the energy that Chelsea defensive midfielder have. Why their number eight have a better energy than the Chelsea number eight. In other words, for Chelsea, their number eight doesn't have the same energy that the Arsenal number eight have. Why for Chelsea, their number six have a better energy than the Arsenal number six. So it's just like that. So for me, if they want to compare, they should be comparing Caicedo, Zubimendi in terms of who is a better number six, and then Enzo Fernandez, Declan Rice in terms of who is a better number eight. I've said the things that I feel like Enzo is better than Declan Rice, and I've also said what I feel like Declan Rice is better than than Enzo. So yeah, what's your take? What's your opinion on this one? Of what I've just said on how I analyze these players. But for me, yeah, probably I feel like the reason why they are comparing Caicedo to Declan Rice is because the two of them are the two best in the league. So your thoughts, your opinion on this one, you let me know.